Hey, I want to show you really quickly a cool thing that Riley found on the internet about how to add space for fill-in-the-blank questions that grows as the students type. Now this only works for one line, so I'll also show you another way that you can add some space for students to write like long answers. But to start with, so I've got this document here all about Pluto, and the idea is that we're going to take out some words and put in space for the students to type in the word. Now in this case, I've given them a word bank. Obviously, this could be used for anything. We found it today for something like asking students to fill in information like, how many hours have you done this or whatever. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out, for example, the word orbits here. So I'm going to highlight it. Right? I just double-clicked on it to highlight it. And then I'm going to go to Insert, Equation. Okay, and see it's turned into a little box there. And I'm going to type in \_, or underline, and then don't do anything else, just hit space. Okay, and it's putting in spaces. Right, so all I did, and I will go now to another one, and then you can just click out. Okay, and now we'll go down and we'll find another one here that took like orbit or planet. We'll put this one here. Here's mainly, we'll put mainly in. Right, so double click it to select it. You can do that anyhow you like. Go back up to Insert, Equation, and again we'll type in the \_, underline, and then just hit space. Hit space a few times, you have a line there. Okay. Now there's another cool thing you can do, because you notice how the bold is up here, but this one isn't bold. What you can do is, let's find another one here. We'll come down here. Planet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select planet, but then I'm going to go and I'm going to highlight. I'm going to highlight color it. I like this kind of color here maybe. Right? And so you can see it's now highlighted. And I'll select it again, Insert, Equation, and then underline, spell it correctly, space, okay. And now that area is highlighted. So you can do this for your whole thing, for whichever places you want people to put in. But now, what if you have, for example, I can't spell today. Please write 2 things you learned from this reading. So now you want to give them, like if you put it here, right, they're only going to have a little bit of space. That won't work well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the same idea of the background, right, of this background color. And I'm going to go up here to Format, I define it, Format, Paragraph Styles, Borders and Shading. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to turn on all 4 borders for this paragraph. Now please, anytime you want something like this, if it's not data that goes in a table, please don't use a table for this, because that will destroy usability for people that need a screen reader. The better way is to use borders and shading on the paragraph. So I'm going to set those. I clicked on all 4 of those to turn them all on. I like to make the border a little bit wider. You can choose your dash. I just like the line. Border color black is fine. Background color, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that to the same color that I chose for the background on the fill in the blanks. All right, and then I like to give it a little bit more padding. 3-point is fine, and then I'm going to apply. Boom! We now have our background, and they can type in all they want here, and it's going to expand to fill up the space that they have. Okay. If you like to make these a little bit smaller, like you want to indent, just grab the indent over here, bring it in, maybe to line up there. Same thing on the right side. Just bring it in, okay? And now they have a space, or you have a space for them, the students, to write in their longer answers, right? So just now we looked at putting in these, right? Binary, I think was that. So I'm going to collect binary. I'm going to put the color on it, the background color. Then I'm going to go over to Insert Equation, and I'll type in again underline. And just space, right? And now, when the student goes to type there, it will grow, right? Don't put in too many spaces, because it's going to grow with as they type in. So when the student goes to type in their answer, it'll be binary, right? So if it goes too long, you might have a problem. You might have to tweak it. You can always delete a few of the spaces. But that's how you can easily put in, oops, I accidentally killed the underlining, but it's still there. The text is still there. So play around with it a bit. That was insert equation. And then the other thing was just for the paragraphs was format, paragraph styles, borders, and shading. Okay? If you do that once and then you want to apply it to other places, you can also use this paint format. What you do is you put it on the one that you want to use, click on the little paint roller thing, and then click on another paragraph. And it will automatically apply that formatting. Okay, so what you can do is type in all like 5 or 6 of your short answer or your long answer questions, leave some space, and then go back and click on that space. One thing you can do also, I'm going to undo that. One thing you can also do is click this, make sure it's on there. Click it twice. I double clicked it and now you can see it's going to stay, so I can click on several different places. Okay, and then click it again to turn it off. All right, so that was I'm going to undo that, that's bothering me. Okay, so that was 3 things we just learned. Putting in space for fill in the blank answers, giving them the same sort of thing for a longer answer, and also how to use the paint formatting. Okay, so I hope that's useful.